Welcome back to the PSB Summer Invite as we move on to another championship broadcast here on the final day of the Summer Invite. This matchup features Tampa Thunder Dupree taking on the WPA Bruins and their cash squad. Marcus Burnett joined on the mic by Jonathan Hemingway as we are seconds away from tip-off.
Exciting matchup here, Marcus, between two of the premier teams in our PSB Summer Invitational. Tampa Thunder Dupree advanced to this championship game on a last-second shot. And when I say last second, the ball just left her fingertips. Paris Copeland, number 5, had a half-court shot last night to beat the New Jersey Sparks EYBL team. Lit the gym up. I tell you what, they've got a chance here to earn themselves a championship. They're on Championship Monday.
They do, and one player that will certainly be standing in their way, Desi Oliver, headed to the free throw line. Makes good on the first.
Desi Oliver is one of those kids that has been on the continual ascension ever since I've started to track her. Actually, she came to an EBA Super 64 camp way back in 2013. Last year, she got back on the PSB circuit. Did some good things, but this year she's collected a number of offers and certainly one of the better uncommitted point guards in the class of 2017.
She puts the Bruins and the game on the board with that free throw. Good ball movement from Tampa Thunder. That shot off the mark. Amanda Kalin looking to push the other way, and she will head to the free throw line. Was impressed with Kalin's play late in the showcase game where the Bruins took on Team Elite Hubbard there on the first day of the PSB Summer Invite. That was a game where points were hard to come by. Let's just put it that way in terms of the final score. I think we were still in the 20s going into the fourth quarter. That's how tough it was, but she made some key buckets down the stretch in traffic and through contact.
Kalen's one of those high-energy guards. Going to get things done through effort. Look at her pressure in the basketball. You always love kids that can get it done on both ends.
Here's Kalin taking a jumper, misses the shot. Bruins attacking the offensive glass, and now Kalin will reset it. On the floor for the Bruins cash, Kalin, Michaela Porter, Desi Oliver, Kiera Wade, and Haley Zeiss. Porter attacking the rack with speed and strength. Too strong for her own good there on that shot. Tries to come back in, but hadn't established herself, so it will go back over to Thunder Dupree. That's a hit to Zeiss. And the Tampa Thunder coaching staff and their fans felt like that play was a little too unselfish. Their last offensive possession had a chance to shoot the ball, instead tried to pass it off, and it resulted in the turnover. So the Thunder still trying to get on the board here. Just inside the three-point line, that's off the mark. Michaela Porter with the rebound, looking to convert it into offense. Didn't have control of the ball. Or true plan there, gets called for the travel. Oliver trying to turn up the defensive pressure. So we'll have some substitutions coming in for the Bruins. It'll be number 0, Amani Johnson, always a good spark plug off the bench. She's also joined by number 32, Janasia Cash. And last but not least, Ayanna Townsend. So Townsend took a second to tuck her jersey in. So the official had to sub her out. And he told her to tuck the jersey in. She had it tucked within seconds. After it's tipped out of bounds, now she can come back in. Tampa Thunder Dupree with the ball. Desi Oliver with the steal for the Bruins. Oliver wanting to get inside the Townsend. Didn't like the angle there, so she'll pull it back out and reset. On the floor for Thunder Dupree. Number 11, Audrey Leopold. Number 32, Maddie Pack. Relatively speaking, a mouse in the house there as Michaela Porter was guarded by Julia Ingram. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. When we get back, we'll bring you more here from the PSB Summer Invite.
Don't need to switch off with this so we won't give up easy basket here. Way to pressure the ball, way to move, all right? Nobody should ever be standing around. Everybody should be moving at all times, on defense and offense. We should not be standing still. Even on offense, ball going to high post in the zone, everybody should be moving. Should be moving at all times. Nobody standing around. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's go. Pressure him.
TV mic up. Able to get a listen in to head coach Robert Cash for the Bruins. Does a great job with this squad. Two good coaches going head-to-head in this one along with their teams. Jared Harvey, the head coach for Tampa Thunder team Dupree. As Hemi mentioned earlier in the webcast, Thunder Dupree beating a very talented New Jersey Spark squad to make it here into this championship game. Bruins get the stop, and Porter gets it over to Desi Oliver.
Lots of defense early on here in this game, Marcus. Not a lot of offense, but I'm sure both teams will find a rhythm here eventually. You see some substitutions come in. This is what happens sometimes in these championship games, the nerves, and all the coaches watching, and not to worry. Second, third quarter, I imagine we'll be right on track.
Yeah, and warming up, the AC units here at Lake Point are definitely on point, as they have kept everything cool here, and no complaints there when you look at the temperatures not only across the country, but specifically here in the Peach State. I appreciate it. Just can take a couple minutes for the players to fully get loose and warm out there. But the Bruins, they have no problem winning the grinded out games. We were able to see in that showcase matchup the other day against Team Elite. But Tampa Thunder more than equipped to win different types of games as well. But I think we'll see it open up for both teams in terms of scoring the ball as the game goes on. Maddie Pack, player we recognize from some EBA All-American camps, heading to the free throw line.
Pack, a versatile post player. Started to do some work down on the low block. She's also a kid that can step out to the high post, hit the trail three. Pretty good with the pass. A number of schools from all over the country peeking in on this kid. With some offers, she'll have some opportunities to play at the college level at a pretty high level.
Maddie Pack gets a steal and then gets a hand to the face. Unintentional, obviously, just swiping for the ball, but Pack protecting it, takes that lick, and is good to go. She'll get a breather after creating another possession for Tampa Thunder Dupree. 5-2. The Bruins come up with the steal. Here's Johnson. Amani Johnson continuing to do what she's done, come off the bench and provide playmaking ability here for the Bruins.
I'm a fan of Amani Johnson's game. You mentioned spark off the bench. Kid that can lead the break. You see her right here, pitch ahead in transition. Pretty quick getting downhill. We saw her back in June at the CoachEmmy.com Summer Showcase in Ashland, Kentucky. And she's picking up right where she left off here today for Coach Cash.
Meat and potatoes move inside. They finish amidst the contact there, number 3 for Tampa Thunder Dupree as we cue up that replay. That is Julia Ingram. Ingram goes opposite the ball screen, is able to get that contact from Janasia Cash and finish. So her three-point play the hard way makes it 5-7. Took them a little while to get on the board. Did it Tampa Thunder Dupree, but right now they're within a score of tying us up at 7 apiece. Got to get a stop first. Foul on the floor against Paris Copeland. Kaylin weaving through traffic out to Oliver. Oliver, ice cream. Desi Oliver splashes that one from outside. A lot of times she's setting that type of shot up, so she can knock it down as well.
She pushed her up into her. That's all they do.
Gonna be a foul against Tampa Thunder Dupree as we take another look at Oliver. Kaylin drawing some attention. Oliver just sizing things up as the defense collapses and she's able to reap the benefit.
That's what makes Oliver such a tough cover. She's a good driver, very physical, getting downhill, but she can also hit the jumper from distance and also in the mid-range.
Good response there by Thunder. Tampa Thunder Dupree, they didn't like the call on the other end, came back, bore down on the defensive end. They get it right back. They trail by 5. Coming up on the final minute here in the first quarter. This pass inside. The Bunnies missed. There by Yamaya Morris. Defense! 10-8. Bruins leading by 2. Michaela Porter with the offensive rebound. Good defense inside by Yamia Morris. Copeland up top. That's a good look for 3. off to the right of the rim. We'll see if the Bruins hold for the last shot here or if they just go. Oliver answers that question quickly, coast to coast, with the lay-in off the glass. Got about 2 seconds to work with. They get the shot up. And that will do it for the first quarter. 4-point advantage in favor of the Bruins. We'll be right back here with more PSB Summer Invite.
They think they got a chance to win. I keep telling you, y'all put your foot on their throat, put it all the way on them, don't let it off. Don't let them breathe. Don't give them a chance, man. Shots start going to the ocean, now they go win the game. We lose because we give them a break at the beginning of the game. Get them out of here now. Come on, man. Play the game. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming out of that timeout, there via the SUV TV, mic up, session coach Robert Cash. No shortage of intensity for his squad. And Tampa Thunder is not a squad that you can take lightly or rest on your laurels with, as they've shown time and time again. So you can understand the sense of urgency there in Coach Cash's voice, but also the talent that they're facing on the other side with Team Thunder Dupree, although they have a turnover there to start the second quarter.
Yeah, Marcus, I misspoke at the beginning of the top of the game. I believe I called Zaria Daniels Paris Copeland. She started the game, but Copeland was the one that hit the half-court shot at the end last night. And coming in off the bench there, getting the deflection, is number 20, Yanaya Morris. 6'5", 2017. This kid is going to be one that has plenty of offers coming out of July.
Already making her presence felt on both ends. Most recent play she made makes it 12-10, 2-point game. Gets a block there. The piece is going to be picked up by Peyton Perro. Good look at three, can't get the shot to go. Copeland picks it up. Pass intended for Morris, but Oliver to Kalen, back to Oliver. Good recovery there by Thunder Dupree. Sice keeps that pivot foot, doesn't travel, but he does turn it over. As Briley Bartram picks it up, but has Kalen steal it right back. Kalen just one person to beat. Mission accomplished. Amanda Kalen working hard there to make it a 4-point game. Skip pass over to Daniels. Free throw line jumper. Falls to make it 12-14. Good work there by Zaria Daniels. Kalen using the screen. All's well that ends well in terms of that possession for Thunder Dupree. They don't get the illegal screen call that they wanted, but they do get the stop. Bruins couldn't get the stop here. Aggressive on the catch there is Daniels, and then Face was still able to knock down the mid-range J to make it 14-12. She's on the bench now, earning a breather, but Yamaya Morris, definitely validated with their play the statement that you made in terms of the interest that's there and how it will continue to increase.
She's a kid that just joined the Tampa Thunder this spring. Had really been off of the radar there in the state of Florida beforehand. So her best days of basketball are still in front of her. I was watching, her with a number of college coaches last night. And anytime you got a 6'5" kid that can run the floor like she does, keep her hands high, catch it, finish high, block some shots, that's easy. You're going to figure out that she's going to be earning some money with some scholarships pretty soon.
Tough shot there. Ball tipped around. It's Townsend that comes up with it and one.
I wrote on Ayanna Townsend, 44 there. She's just a 2018 kid. I wrote on her after the Midwest Showdown Memorial Day. Had a chance to watch her. And of course, Coach Cash's team up there, tournament ran by Coach J.B. Bethea and All Ohio Basketball. I think that Townsend has a lot of upside. See the well-built stature. She runs the floor like a wing, very active. Let's watch her right here in the middle of this 1-3-1 zone. See the long arms. I don't think that we've seen all that she can do offensively. Still a developing prospect.
Hey man, I know it's not related to this broadcast, although that jumper knocked down there by Audrey Leopold is, but I got to give my guy JB Bethea some shots out. I mentioned on the broadcast I needed a bag of Grippos. You can only buy them really in Ohio up north. And today, All Ohio made sure I had a full bag, man. So I got to give them a shout out because I know they're watching even if it's not an All Ohio game. Good movement there in the lay-in by Townsend.
That's the Bruins' bread and butter play right there. The reversal and then the back screen. Townsend finishes with the left hand. Look at Oliver here with the anticipation in the steal.
Zeiss gets the bounce. So the Bruins trying to get some momentum going. Thunder saying not so fast.
Julia Ingram with that jumper from the corner. Timely bucket right there to cut it back to 3. Turnover there by the Bruins, giving it back to Tampa Thunder. Just under 3 minutes to play. Team Dupree in the half court. Trying to set their offense. Drive by Leopold. No good. Johnson with the rebound, pushing it ahead. Johnson with the step back jumper. Off the mark, and I think it's going to stay here.
Score 17-20. In favor of the Bruins. We approach the 2-minute mark. Maddie Pack now back in the game for Thunder Dupree. Calls for it inside. She gets it, but also gets some attention from a few Bruins. They strip it away. Kaylin Oliver. Oliver gets the roll on the lay-in. Desi Oliver makes it 17-22.
Pack made the cardinal sin of catching and immediately putting the ball on the floor. And the Bruins did a good job of attacking the post, creating a turnover. Three-pointer right there by Ingram. Ingram's caught fire here, bringing Team Dupree within 2, just under a minute and a half to play.
Love the composure shown by Team Thunder Dupree early on. things weren't going their way, and they didn't let the Bruins get off to too quick of a start to where it just got ridiculous. But slow start, they stayed the course, taking better care of the ball, and making a few more shots, and that always helps the cause as well. From the corner, knocked down, Michaela Porter. Player with Porter's size and strength, when she's knocking down that jumper, she is a handful.
There is a reason why the Bruins have beat many of the top teams in the country already this year. They've earned wins, I believe, over all Ohio. They beat the Indy Gym Rats. They beat a number of EYBL teams, as well as, competing very well, with the Adidas teams at several tournaments. I believe they won a PSB Tip-Off Classic back in April. They were on the SUV broadcast then. So these kids, you see Porter hit yet another three. A very diverse group of kids in terms of the skill sets that they bring. They've got guard play, post play, rebounding shooters. It's no accident that they're one of the better teams in the country this year.
Michaela Porter makes it 20-28. One of 2 3-pointers she hit there in the final 2 minutes of the first half. We go into halftime. Michaela Porter's knocking it down here for the Bruins. We'll be back. PSB Summer Invite.
Listen, keep working hard. Shots are falling. All right, listen, long as we run our offense, we take care of the ball, we're fine here. All right, we're making shots, our defense is on point. All right, they can't really score. They got a couple open ones. All right, keep playing the game. We're good, though. All right, listen, we got to punch them in the mouth a few more times. Listen, if we can start the half with another 10-0 run, they'll fall out of here. All right, pressure, patience, put the ball in the hole, take care of the thing. We'll be good. Let's go.
Third quarter underway. It's an 8-point game. I believe I've gotten those issues worked out with the live scorebook, so we should be good to go moving forward. while I'm sure head coach Jared Harvey is less concerned with that scorebook on the broadcast, more concerned with what they can do on the scoreboard itself. Here for number 3, Julia Ingram at the free throw line, off to a good start so far for the third quarter, getting an early trip to the free throw line. Marcus Burnett joined by Jonathan Hemingway. As you saw, the Bruins get off to a quicker start. The team, Tampa Thunder, Dupree, settled down, closed the gap. They threatened to tie it up several times, but the Bruins were always able to do just enough to stay ahead. Michaela Porter ended the first half on a very strong note.
Yeah, I was going to mention Porter's three-pointers were very important. Ayanna Townsend gave them some quality buckets towards the end, but give a lot of credit to Dupree. Sticking with it. Let's see if they can make a little run here in the third quarter to make it interesting going into the fourth.
Kaylin gets it to Oliver. Now back to Kaylin. Illegal screen going to be called against Kiera Wade. The Tampa Thunder Dupree contingent has been lobbying for that illegal screen call here up to this point.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's some pretty good coaching right there to remind those officials, hey, the illegal screen can be called at any time now, guys.
6-point game coming up on the 6-minute mark here in the third quarter. Kaylin doing what Kaylin does. Playing solid defense, coming up with the ball and laying it in on that play to make it 22-30. Tough shot there by Copeland. Pass ahead to Oliver. They will foul Zeiss before she can get it to head to Oliver. Screen set by Cash and Porter. Oliver going to try the three. Tipped away there by Yamaya Morris. Thunder Dupree the other way. Tough shot there by Copeland. She was sort of defended by Morris due to the timing of that shot. Morris was just looking to get to the block. Yes, Copeland and Morris collage there. Even the official sort of told Copeland, hey, that was contact with your own teammate. Copeland says, I know. I wasn't looking at you. I was thinking the same thing. Well, I'll tell you what, the silver lining of that is you got a player that's busting their tail to get up and down the floor as a post player. That three-pointer knockdown for Thunder Dupree, I believe that was Ingram. Correction, number 12, Peyton Perrell.
Perrell, right. Timely three-pointers by Dupree have kept them close in this game.
And let's take a look at Perrell's triple. Knocked that one down, hand up for Michaela Porter. But Perrell still able to knock it down. Five-point game. Now 6 after that last free throw. Ingram gets it over to Bartram. Bartram, they wanted to get inside to Morris. Good job of denying that entry by Cash as Michaela Porter will bring it down. Amani Johnson has checked back in. She's number 0 with the ball. Good things have happened for the Bruins when she's checked in, but good defense by Copeland. Close to a 5-second violation. They nearly throw it away. But they retain possession. Subs in for Tampa Thunder. Dupree will give them a 5 on the floor of number 5, Zaria Daniels. Number 10, Paris Copeland. Number 2, Stephanie Brower. Number 32, Maddie Pack. And number 11, Audra Leopold.
You mentioned about good things happen when Amani Johnson's in. I mean, much of that is attributed to the energy that she brings to the floor.
There's that one. A tough shot there by Townsend, and it looked like she might have come down awkwardly, as I think she rolled that ankle on the foot of Maddie Pack and is in a lot of pain right now. Was able to knock down that shot, but you can see that left foot. It's hard for you to see it full on with the angle of the replay, but you can see that left foot come down on the foot of Maddie Pack. So Townsend in some pain. She's being assisted by the training staff here on site as well as the coaches. We're going to take a quick step away here on site. We have resumed play here, 4 minutes, 24 seconds on the third quarter clock. Ayanna Townsend helped up off of the floor in pain, but left the floor with applause from both sides. Wishing her the best and hope all will be well there. We continue to play on in this one. It is a 9-point advantage for the Bruins. Traveling violation going to go against Leopold.
Great job there on the offensive glass from Denasia Cash, 6'1", 2017. You know, a lot of that was created by the Amani Johnson drive. We talked about her energy. She got into the paint. Defense had to collapse. And that left Cash there wide open on the other side for the offensive rebound putback.
Three minutes, 36 seconds. Cut there by Zeiss. She misses. Cash with the offensive rebound, denied inside, and it'll be a jump ball.
Let's go. Hey, motion.
Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. What's the call? Is it an offensive foul? No, it's a block. That's an and one. Well, that was a good call. Sometimes you'll see officials make a call because the contact looks tough versus what it actually was, and that was just a weight room move. Gathers it up. Excuse me. Kayla Porter. Strong finish there. Initiated the contact and then finished through it. Oliver comes right back at him. She misses. Offensive rebound and the follow-up by Janasia Cash. And this is where you see some of why the Bruins have the list of what they have in terms of teams that they've been able to knock off this year. That jumper's knocked down there by Audra Leopold. And it's a 15-point advantage.
Really like Leopold's aggressiveness. Come down, get a quick basket. So now Team Dupree, they can get a timeout and try to talk it up. What are we going to do? We're going to change something defensively here. You know, we're going to try to go matchup zone, or we're going to try to press, speed the game up. You know, we're just going to sit down and lock up man-to-man.
So on the floor for Dupree, Brower, Leopold, Pack, Copeland, and Daniels. For the Bruins, Oliver, Johnson, Cash, Zeiss, and Porter. And the lead is just 11. Moving screen, will send it the other way.
One-two-two zone here from the Bruins.
Oliver gonna stop and pop. Can't get the shot to go. Cash battling for the offensive rebound. She's been eating offensive glass the past few minutes. Has Janasia Cash.
You know, she got such great length. Gets her hands, you know, on a lot of balls that come off the rim. That's her third offensive rebound in 3 straight possessions.
Three subs, so 3 players coming out in Copeland, Pack. And I didn't get that third player that came out there for Dupree. But on the floor, they've got Ingram, Leopold, Daniels, Jemiah Morris, and Peyton Perrell. Lead now 13 for the Bruins. I would love to see, we're not keeping stats here, man. I would just love to see the rebound total on the offensive glass for Janasia Cash here in this third quarter alone. Getting it done. And this interior play like that allows the Bruins to impose their will on talented teams. You know, you've got Oliver who's going to make sure that the guard play doesn't get out of hand when it comes to opposing offense. When you got players like Janasia Cash on the inside, you've got Kiera Wade, who's 6'2", listed as 6'2", and then Ayanna Townsend, who went down earlier in the game but was having a good game up to that point. Really shows you why inside there's not a whole lot of soup being offered by the Bruins.
A force.
Zeiss has Kiera Wade, just talked about Wade. She checks in. Nice depth to have if you're Coach Cash. Janasia Cash, she's 6'1" in the book. Wade comes in, you gain an inch. Zeiss able to get a hand on the inbound pass, secures it. Now here's Kaylin. Oliver's been aggressive with the jump shot here in this game, follows her shot. And they'll get another opportunity. We'll see if the Bruins can make them pay. Zeiss trying to do so. Long rebound as Ingram and Wade go for it. And some disagreement on the call. Let's see if we had a better look at it. You see it kick off the rim. Both Wade and Ingram going after it. Hard for me to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Looks like both of their hands are in there, honestly.
And if we could barely tell slowing it down, you can understand why during game speed, you can see the officials call going either way. Ingram shot under duress. Wade with the rebound. Finds an outlet. That's Lily Benzel. Good ball movement. Zeiss gets another good look created, and this time she cashes in.
Can't give a good player easy looks like that in consecutive possessions and think that she's not going to knock it down.
Zeiss just kind of like a sigh of relief / man, about time. You can shoot it like she can. You expect to knock down the open ones. Felt like she missed one the previous play. Left that play there and knocks one down as Desi Oliver puts the finishing touch there on the third quarter. 29-47, a 20 ball is being threatened here at the PSB Summer Invite. Desi Oliver with the easy layup. (29-47) is your score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Out of the quarter break, it will be the Bruins ball. Marcus Burnett joined by Chris Watkins here on the mic. That's Kaylin. He's joined up top and guarded by Briley Bartram. Oliver weaving through traffic, but she's met with resistance inside and will have a foul on the play, a late foul called there. But a foul nonetheless, as it's going to go against Ingram. That will send Oliver to the free throw line. Oliver out of Penn Hills High School. Next matchup after this will feature Team Elite Hubbard taking on Northside Swarm. Haven't seen Northside Swarm play in person myself, but I've heard some good things about the program.
They got some players. I mean, that's going to be a great matchup. You know, and from the Team Elite Hubbard standpoint, I feel like every event that we're at, they're on SUV TV in the championship game. Number of talented players, but, you know, going to be an exciting matchup here in that next game, just like we've had here all day long on SUV TV.
Team Elite Hubbard has become a fixture on championship Monday in this case as opposed to Sunday.
Sorry.
No, I didn't even
I
think
might have said Sunday. I don't know. I guess they're used to it.
No, you didn't even say it. I guess I was just highlighting the fact that it's a Monday outside of our usual Sunday. But, you know, when you look at Coach Robert Cash and this WPA Bruins squad, they've become a fixture in terms of championship day at PSB events and SUV TV broadcasts as well. You know, to the point where, you know, I always touch base with Coach Cash and he'll joke and say, hey, man, I'll see you on Sunday or whatever the championship day is. We'll definitely be there. And whether it's a PSB event or at the Midwest Showdown up there in Ohio, his team has done their part in terms of making sure they're right there where they need to be on championship day. They still have to finish this one. You're not going to have a Tampa Thunder Dupree squad that's going to just fall by the wayside here, but he does a great job instilling in his team the need to make sure you keep the foot on the gas. So they're going to try to do that. We'll see what team Thunder Dupree can pull out of their sleeve. Caitlin called for a travel. Ball knocked out of play. Here on site at the beautiful Lake Point Champion Center. This is the indoor portion. But this place is a beautiful venue for not just the beautiful sport we're watching now, as Kaylin gets that lay-in off of the Brittany Stowovi assist. This is an awesome venue for multiple sports, including the baseball diamond, or the cluster of baseball diamonds that are out there. Awesome fields. They've got sand volleyball outside as well. They've got lacrosse fields, and I'm not sure exactly how to describe that, the aquatic or the water-based games that they have out there.
Yeah,
I don't know
if you were going to mention that, being someone who's a water guy myself. I can't tell my wife what they have out there because she would want to be out here, wakeboarding and wake skating and doing everything she can. They're hooked up to the wires and they're being dragged over jumps and stuff. It's insane out there.
Yeah, it's just a great sporting community all around. That's Janasia Cash. Really showing some college coaches what she can do here in this game. Not only done it from a standpoint of rebounding and doing what she does inside, but also has knocked down those free throws. So we'll have a timeout on the floor with 6:02. We'll take one with them when we get back. More PSB Summer Invite. Give me a blow. Appreciate it. Stay.
We're good. Just set me up, man. Coming out of the timeout, Marcus. You can't hear. Coming to the timeout, I am joined by the man himself, Mr. Brandon Clay, the owner, the director of PeachStateBasketball.com. Brandon, go ahead and tell us about, what this experience has been like here at the PSB Summer Invite.
That's a lot of coaches here, man. right at 200 schools. When all said and done, about 400 coaches have actually checked in with us. It has been, if you're a player in one of these games, and honestly, I was just over in the corner on court 12, and all Ohio is playing, and there are 40 schools over there into the corner on court 12. And then you go right behind you guys with the Sparks game, right next door on court 6, and there are 30 more coaches. It's just been an unbelievable experience. And you look at some of these kids, not just the 17s, but even the 18s or a 19 like a Briley Bartram and Tampa Thunder team Dupree. And what a big stage, you know, for these kids to be able to play on. You start to talk about head coaches, you talk about Power 5 schools, you talk about NCAA tournament schools, Princeton, a New Mexico State that's in there year in and year out. And there are a lot of opportunities for these kids to get scholarship monies and opportunities to play at the next level.
You know, and that's what all this is about. Not for the, you know, as much as the love for the game and getting out there, but these kids, they sweat, their tears, their blood, they're out here diving on the floor to get that opportunity to play at the next level.
Well, you know, I think something we miss a lot, Chris, is the amount of time that these kids spend in the summer when they're off from school. It's a great shot there. The amount of time that they spend away from home. All their friends are going to the beach, they're going to the mall, they're just hanging out all day. You know what I mean? Just really low key. And they're in here working, you know, working for that next level opportunity. And you talk about two programs in the Western Pennsylvania Bruins and Tampa Thunder, the Team Dupree version that we're watching, that just do an absolutely fantastic job of helping kids market and showcase themselves. And one of the reasons we're glad that both of them are part of the PSB family.
You know, you mentioned the PSB family, and in each and every broadcast, you know, I was sitting over there with a college coach, and we've got a mic'd up on the coaches section right here, and they go, what? And so they saw it, but you mentioned the family. So for anybody that's new to the broadcast here on SUV TV, tell us about what PSB family is.
Well, it's an opportunity that regardless of shoe affiliation or any of those other things, to receive coverage. You know, games like this being broadcast by thesuvtv.com. Chris Watkins, PSB, Twitter's always jumping with mentions of the family members, Jonathan Hemingway, Kyle Moore, Stephen Peck, and really it just gives you an opportunity to have your program and your players exposed in a different way, in a different light. As you see the great post move there on the interior, everything but the finish. So when we watch these kids, we watch a Madison Pack with the basketball number 32 from Team Dupree, a Desi Oliver. We're very, very familiar with them because of their play at multiple Peach State events. And it gives you an opportunity to feel like you're at home, even inside of a 12-court building. You know that you've got eyes fixed on you, and we're going to do the very best we can to make sure that these schools are watching your game.
So here on Championship Monday, it's just been a great atmosphere. You see, you know, Team Dupree is going to play to the last whistle. You see Madison Pack there on the drive, and the pull-up wasn't any good. But, you know, she's had a great 3 or 4 days here, had a great summer. You know, tell us about her game, Brandon.
Well, she's really evolved from EBA camp series, our Elite Basketball Academy, attended the Maya Moore Academy this year in March, always looking to get better. Tons of interest. And I was talking with Coach Jarrett Harvey yesterday, and he was talking about the amount of phone calls that he's received, and obviously that she had quite a bit of interest going into the month of July. Has taken some visits as far away as the Northeast, is looking at some Ivy League options, has some Patriot League options, a really high academic profile kid. She's a great example of what it means to be a part of the family, whether it's the camps, whether it's the Prospects Nation player card, whether it's the opportunity to play in front of 40 or 50 schools. In a game where your team isn't even playing well, you can still earn yourself a scholarship, and Madison Pack is a great example of what it means to be and a great representative of what we're trying to do with the PSB family.
It seems like everywhere we went in here, you know, I wasn't here for the first day, and all I thought when I came here yesterday, I mean, there's coaches everywhere. You know, and I've never really experienced them. Our gyms are always packed, but here being the first time at Lake Point and what they provide, and, you know, the turnout and
Look
the
at
quality
Johnson.
of team.
What a play. Ball gets loose, little scramble, and then a finish.
But just great finish. You talk about plays like that. The opportunity to play in front of this many college coaches, that one play might get a coach going, well, I need to call them.
Well, and if nothing else, as you see Bartram at the 3 in the corner, your name gets highlighted, right? Like, you know, for a kid like Johnson, who's a 2018, she's going to be back again next year with Cash's group, John Tate and those guys. They do a fantastic job. Huge win earlier this weekend over Team Elite Hubbard, who I think is one of the best 10 teams in the country. What a stage, right? All you want is your name highlighted, because that means there's going to be a call made, there's going to be some mail sent, there's going to be some correspondence after the event is over. And then if you're Amani Johnson, you hope that you become Desiree Oliver, 2017 from Penn Hills High, who's played her way into the ProspectNation.com Elite 100, largely with her play at the PSB Tip-Off Classic in April. So the stories start to string together when you deliver them the way that we deliver them, whether the games are streamed online, whether we're here with the social media, whether we have the video snippets that Larry Reinhardt and Jordan Davis provide, or maybe it's all.
You know, you talk about getting your name highlighted. It's all got to start somewhere. It's got to start with a dive on the floor. It's got to start with a made basket. You know, and that's something else we try to help players do with getting that ball started, you know, with our SMP member program, Brandon, if you want to touch base on that.
Well, and the ability to, again, enhance your experience. Right? You know, you want to continue to add more things to the portfolio. Sidebar to this, I love Cash, 32.
Unbelievable.
Just a high motor, just always going. Look at her. She comes up there and is trying to press Madison Pack 60 feet away. Now look at this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Just, I mean, unbelievable. Whoever, you talk about just a talented kid going forward on the next level. And those are the types of players that we want to feature, you know, with our SMP program. Big three out of the corner there from Bartram, and give them another opportunity for their voice to be heard, plays to be seen, and words to be earned.
You know, you saw Bartram knock down that three, but I want to go back to Cash and her play in this half. You have coaches going, you know, who is that? I got to see her again. Where is she the next couple days? But her length and her energy, and that's something as a coach, you shouldn't have to coach energy. And when you see a player with her athleticism, her length, and, she plays hard all the time, that's 50% of what you need to get a player to do.
Well, and what it reminds me of in a lot of ways, different player, right? So the long-term projection maybe is the same, maybe it's not. But in terms of her activity level, reminds me a lot of De'Erica Hamby as a high school prospect, played with the Georgia Pistols here in the city, from the Atlanta area. Now is playing professionally, went to Wake Forest, had a really good career. And the thing that she did at Wake Forest that you hope you see from Cash at the next level is continue to refine her offensive skill set, continue to refine her touch around the basket, and become a really high usage and efficiency kid in terms of making shots 65% around the rim and inside of 8 feet. Those are the types of things. If she'll do that, and then by junior year add that consistent 12 to 15-foot face-up jumper, now you got something special working, because the energy is going to always be there, and she's only going to get stronger and more lean in a college weight room. It's going to be scary.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, want to touch on the fact that, you know, Team Dupree still down 14, but they have not let up at all in this game. And that definitely, you know, that's these college coaches definitely notice that, you know, and they can see, they see the effort and energy, and they see who's going to keep playing.
Well, how can you? I mean, we talk about college coaches, we talk about high school state championship coaches, got Tony Watkins in the building. It doesn't get any better than this in terms of the atmosphere in which you're going to increase your game and gain notoriety. And you see the Bruins Cash, hey, foot on the gas, and I'm not letting up.
You know, you got to play to the final whistle. I mean, you know, anything can happen. Obviously not right here. They're not going to make that finish. But and that right there, that's by, you know, Leopold in 2018. You know, she's had herself a day, hit multiple shots. That drive right there, just another player whose name is going to get checked off and highlighted.
Well, and that's a Jonathan Hemingway special right there. He came back from the Red Super 64 camp last fall. Hey, I got a kid. It's the same camp that he found Stephanie Paul at, who's going to Georgia. And every year, Rob Walker and those guys do a fantastic job with that group. Joe Cooper from Sefner Christian, who's been a huge part of the development of the Thunder program over the years. And Audra is just another kid in what is a loaded pipeline of prospects in Tampa.
You know, here we've got another great matchup coming up next, you know, with Team Elite Hubbard, you know, going to be on deck. And, you know, we talked about the Swarm.
Well, and the Swarm is a perfect example of what you do when you get a chance at the stage, right? They have All Ohio in the first game. They go get them. You have an EYBL team, and you have an opportunity to play them. And they played them, and All Ohio was coming off a big win from San Antonio's Finest earlier in the day. They called them and got them one, and they've earned themselves the right to play on VSUVTV.com here in about 5 minutes.
And that's going to be in here for this SUV TV broadcast for the Bruins and Team Dupree. Be sure to check back in 5 minutes from now for the next matchup on VSUVTV.com.